road ahead. By Canon PowerShot Digital with the Digit Chip. Canon Know-How. By AIG for insurance, loans, and retirement. AIG, we know money. And by Miller. There's good enough and there's better than it has to be. Miller, good call.
You've been watching Fox Sports, broadcasting in the world's finest high-definition standard, HD TV. Maybe now I can afford an HD set. The price is coming down.
One for your kid's bedroom, maybe. You got 3 or 4 of those in your crib.
Pittman's got 3 or 4 nice runs. Don't forget, coming up next, the second game of our doubleheader, you'll see the Washington Redskins take on the Eagles, or the Atlanta Falcons and Michael Vick going up against the New York Giants, who need a win so bad, Tim Ryan, they can taste it.
Well, and they've got their rookie Eli Manning in there, and it's going to be a fun game to watch. Atlanta has had their number. I think the Washington Redskins are going to get after Philadelphia now and keep that game close. They got good defense. They got a good running game, and I think they'll test the Eagles.
Second down and 7. Looking for Clayton coming across the field. He's covered well, and Greasy will run for his. He's out of bounds at the 37, 38-yard line. Brian Greasy in the pocket. Doesn't make the stupid throw and does the right thing.
That's why I think at times I've gotten discouraged with him when he just basically takes it down and digs a hole when he's got pressure in his face, because he's capable of doing that. He's got decent legs. He can pick up some yards with his legs when he gets out to scramble. I think just a lot of times throughout his career, he's just given up on it and taking the easy sack rather than bail out and pick up some big yardage with his feet.
Time winding down here in the third quarter. This will be 3rd and 4. The toss. What a block there by Derek Deese. And Pittman has the first down easy. Derek Deese just drove someone.
Well, it was Jamie Winborn who he drove. And watch Deese at left guard. He's going to get out and pull, and he's going to get on number 55, Jamie Winborn. Watch Deese. You see him get outside. Now look at him
number
get all up in the chest plate of Winborn and take him about 7 yards down the field in front of Pittman.
What do they say? Do not play high in this league.
Especially when you got an O-tackle coming off and hitting an undersized linebacker.
12 seasons with the San Francisco 49ers. He's played every position up and down that offensive line.
Well, he's a brawler and a mauler. That's what Deese has always been. Never been your biggest offensive tackle. He's got good feet, and he's got a mean streak, which has carried him a long way in this league.
13 yards on that last pickup by Pittman. This is all style. As they say, up the gut and grinding away.
Derek Deese getting good push here again, front side. Watch big number 70 right there. Look at him get to the second level. He's got 2 guys right there. He's got Andrew Williams. He's got the safety. He takes the defensive end out. Deese is getting on a roll.
That's the end of the third. Tampa Bay up 28-3. Fox NFL Sunday will continue after a word from your local Fox station.
You're watching the NFL on Fox.
America's hottest products are here. And just when you've seen one, there comes another, and they're all at your Dodge dealer. Now through November 30th, make no monthly payments until April on the big size, smooth ride of Durango. The SUV with the ideal combination of power, comfort, and size. Now get bonus cash for a total savings of up to $7,300 and make no monthly payments till April on 04 Durango. Offers end November 30th.
Hey, who's winning? Parents, are you tired of your kids going over your family's wireless minutes? And kids, tired of them hassling you just for talking? Well, good news. Sprint got rid of ugly overages.
Now families can talk more. Share 800 anytime minutes on 2 lines for just $70 a month. 100 extra minutes for just $5 means no ugly overages. And each additional line is just $10 a month.
Now you can save your money for the cleaners.
Thank you. Sprint PCS. Now that's better.
You've waited all year, and it's finally here. Toyotathon 05. The year's biggest event is on now, and it's better than ever with the greatest values on your favorite Toyotas. Choose from a huge selection of our most popular cars, trucks, and SUVs. Now get up to $2,000 cash back or financing as low as 0% APR for up to 48 months on select Toyota models. Visit your local Toyota dealer or buyatoyota.com today. Toyotathon 05. Hurry for the year's best values. Now that's moving you forward.
Fox 13 investigates school officials' luxurious field trips tonight at 10.
Ron Pitts, Tim Ryan back here in Tampa as we start the fourth quarter. Tampa Bay Buccaneers jumped out to an early 21-0 lead. The San Francisco 49ers have just gotten on the board thanks to a 47-yard field goal. Peterson, they were a long way away from being back in this one. Allstott. Whoa, nice tackle there. Dwayne Carpenter came up from the free safety spot and stopped the first down.
Well, and this is a real drubbing for San Francisco. I mean, look at the total yards, 327 to 77 through 3 quarters of play, 18 first downs to 7, 27 to 17 in time of possession. That defense for San Francisco has spent a lot of time on the football field. I tell you, give Tampa Bay some credit offensively. They brought a balanced attack, good running, good passing. They've done pretty much what they wanted to.
Short yardage play, and I don't know if Pittman made it. He took a shot in there.
He's short.
Parrish in there on the tackle, along with a couple others.
I think San Francisco won this battle. Anytime you get in these short yardage situations, low man always wins. And look at by alignment, Chris Cooper is lower than
nice
Mayhand
job
already. And you get guys low, and then you get other guys filling over the top, which they had there. And Derek Smith came in and put a big hit on the running back. You see Smith come free? Pow, right there.
Nice surge there by Chris Cooper. You brought him up earlier, Tim, and they're expecting a lot of big things from him, and that's a step in the right direction.
And Dennis Erickson likes him. And they're going to be short.
Well, they're well short. I don't think they got any movement at all after Allstott stopped. And that's a 4th down. I don't know if there's any reason not to go for it if you're Tampa Bay.
Well, and John Gruden, remember last week, was highly criticized for a 4th and 1 in which they did go for it. Now, they were a lot closer to the goal line last week. They didn't make it. But you know what? In defense of Gruden, I would have gone for it too last week. Gramatica can't make a 45-yard field goal anymore. The right decision here, punting this football away.
Bidwell will be aiming for it inside the 10, no doubt. Gets it up, gets it high. Fair catch called by Battle at the 10-yard line. 30-yard punt, no return. 28-3 early in the 4th.
Hey, no. Hey.
Okay, here.
Here. Mm-mm.
All right.
All right, my man.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Everyone's talking double because of Domino's new Double Melt Pizza. Layer upon layer of flavor with a creamy blend of cheeses and herbs between 2 thin crusts. Buy your medium 1-topping Double Melt Pizza for $9.99 and get any second medium pizza for just $5 more.
How you doing?
Get the door. It's Domino's new Double Melt Pizza.
The Sharp Aquos Liquid Crystal Television. Enhanced sound is the answer.
And I'm just cruising through with my buddies. We're just talking. All of a sudden, I see a new Celica GTS just flying by, weaving through traffic, and I just jumped in. It's impulse, like cat and mouse. You see it, you just chase after it.
When you're on the road and someone comes up behind you, or someone smokes you, you know you're going to go after it. That's the whole cat and mouse thing. It's just like nature. It's survival of the fittest. You're either the hunter or the hunted.
Rated E for everyone.
EA Games.
Challenge everything.
Now through Wednesday at Zales, save up to 50% off and more. Like these 1-carat diamond earrings, just $4.99. Quantities are limited. At Zales, the diamond store.
Well, weeknights on FSN, it's the best damn sports show, period. This week, we talked to Kings forward Chris Webber. about their chances to win the West. Also, Giants defensive end Michael Strahan will break down the NFL, plus a lot more. The Best Damn Sports Show, period, weeknights only on Fox Sports Net. Barlow with the cutback. He's got 5, and the Bucs have allowed the fewest fourth quarter points in the NFL. 26.
Well, you just get the feeling that Monty Kiffin and his defense have an opportunity to bring things together in a hurry. They still got a lot of the nucleus there, of course, with Brooks and some of those other guys, the corners, and Rondé Barber and Brian Kelly. And just a matter of not beating themselves, which we talked about earlier. They got the guys to make this run now in the NFC South.
2nd and 5, great penetration in the tackle by Shelton Quarles. Quarles quietly ranked 2nd on the team in tackles, came in today with 83, and a lot of people don't realize he went to the Pro Bowl back in 2002.
Well, and everybody talks about Derek Brooks, but Shelton Quarles is a heck of a player and a key cog in the middle for this Tampa Bay defense. And just watch him. He knows that's coming right away. Are you kidding me? You talk about a linebacker that knows his reads. He watched that guard block down, filled the hole just as he should, and was in there to make a nice tackle at the line of scrimmage. Shelton Quarles is a heck of a football player.
3rd and 5. The take, sack. Chidi Ahanotu, 2nd game back, was in Buffalo last year. He was out of shape. Wasn't really in football condition, but he gets a sack here.
You can tell he's a DN playing D tackle by that stance inside. And the pass rush game just killed Scott Gregg and Justin Smiley, and it was set up by Spires. You see that? Spires set it all up by selling it upfield, and Scott Gregg had to go out for him. As soon as he did, Ahanotu split the gap and got the sack. That's exactly how you execute a tackle in pass rush stunt.
Andy Lee to punt it away to Galloway. What a punt. Wow. That one traveled over 70 yards in the air. Look at this. 81-yard punt. Do not attempt to adjust your TV screen. The ball is at the other 10-yard line.
Can inspiration replace the typical small car with something that lives a little larger? More space. More function. More sizzle. America's best small car alternative just got a little better. The Chrysler PT Cruiser. Now starting at just $13,995. Chrysler. Inspiration comes standard.
Spider-Man 2 on DVD. Spider-Man 2. Get it on video and DVD.
Stronger denim. More comfortable, relaxed fit. Wrangler 5-star premium quality denim. Wrangler. Real comfortable jeans.
Did you see this Visa National Treasure promotion? If you win, all of your 2004 Visa purchases could be free. Too bad you didn't buy that much.
Those treasures you've been hiding all year?
Honey, what do you want to do about dinner?
Could be treasure. Use your Visa in November and December this holiday season and you're automatically entered for a chance to win all of your 2004 Visa purchases. No purchase necessary to enter.
Is that new?
This old thing? And if you want to find more treasure with your Visa, use it to see National Treasure, now in theaters.
Fox NFL Sunday is brought to you by Chrysler. Inspiration comes standard. By Visa, proud sponsor of the NFL. Get ready for the game. By Radio Shack, you've got questions, we've got answers. And by America Online. Want a better internet? You belong at America Online.
Ron Pitts, Tim Ryan, back here in beautiful Tampa Bay, Florida.
It's a beautiful day today, isn't it?
And that was a beautiful punt by Andy Lee, his longest of his career, and it ties for 3rd longest in 49er franchise history. Pittman with another big run. Michael Pittman has just gone over the 100-yard rushing mark for the 7th time in his career.
Ronnie, let's go back to that sack by Ahanotu. And we're always talking about pass rush games with the end and tackle. And this is what you call a tex, which is tackle first in the gap, end around. But the key is the end to sell this upfield to get Greg out there, which will open this gap, which Ahanotu is able to slip into. Watch Spire sell it upfield. You see that? Sells it upfield. Greg gets the shoulders turned. Ahanotu splits the gap and gets him a sack. Executed perfectly.
Second down and 2. Play action all style. Ball is free, and it's incomplete. Haven't heard from JB in a while out in L.A. How you doing, JB?
Hey, Ron, doing well. And what you'll see here is Minnesota narrowing the gap here. Dante Culpepper on the roll, hooking up with Nate Burleson for the score. They go for the 2-point conversion, and guess what? Culpepper goes back to Burleson. It is now 19-15, that in the fourth. Back to my guy, Ron Pitts and Tim Ryan.
I guess you go with what's working, huh?
And Joey Harrington has been abysmal up there in the dome against Minnesota.
Third down and 3. 49ers bring blitz. And another shutdown. And that will bring on the punting unit for Tampa Bay. Dwayne Carpenter coming up from the free safety position.
Well, and San Francisco has done a good job now over the last couple of series in the short yardage, bringing guys up the middle and getting penetration. And you get penetration anytime that running game gets going sideways, you're going to have an opportunity to get yourself a tackle at the line of scrimmage, as Carpenter did there.
So a chance for Battle to get pretty good field position for his offense. Bidwell, nice high kick. It'll push Battle back to the 32. He's got a wall inside, and the wall shut down quickly. Ryan Neese, the son of former 49er, All-Pro, All-World defensive back Ronnie Lott makes the tackle.
Well, it's been a long day for Strahan. What a lovely shot.
Yeah! Who's the man?
Hey, Strahan, maybe it's your deodorant. Let's start over. No, not that one. This time, start with new Right Guard Gel. It's the strongest gel. Keeps you drier than even the leading stick, so it lasts till the end of the day.
Oh, that is brilliant.
Yes! Right Guard. Start right, end right.
I'd like to experience a total system meltdown. I'd like to lose all of my music files.
I would really love to get a virus and give it to all my friends.
Millions of Americans are just asking for a computer virus because they're not nearly as protected as they think they are.
I'd like it if someone stole my identity.
That's why America Online now gives away virus protection to all our members. Absolutely free.
That'd be great.
Thank you.
Want a better internet? You belong at America Online.
It's the fajita grilled stuffed burrito from Taco Bell, loaded with authentic carne asada steak and grilled fajita vegetables, all wrapped in a flour tortilla and grilled to go.
Ooh, fajitas.
For sizzling fajita taste, think outside the bun.
This February, Fox takes center stage for two of sports' greatest events. First, the Great American Race, the Daytona 500. And the NFL will crown a new champion in Super Bowl 39 in Jacksonville, including a special halftime performance by Paul McCartney. That's right. Sports' greatest moments continue to unfold this February right here on Fox. 9:47 here in the court. Rattay to throw to a guy who's been very quiet all day long, Eric Johnson. He's out close to the 45-yard line. And the Tampa Bay Buccaneer linebackers have been all over the field, as they usually are, talking about Gold, Quarles, and Brooks.
Yeah, and, you know, arguably the best trio in the National Football League. You see Brooks there. Here you're going to see Ian Gold just stuff Kevin Barlow. Shelton Quarles getting some good pressure up the middle. These guys have been all over the place today. And there's Brooks again.
Derek Brooks, 31 years old. He talks about hating that taste in your mouth when teams let up. And this was a perfect let-up year as it started out for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Yep, and John Gruden now and these guys, even these guys on defense, have been under a lot of criticism. And let's think back to that Super Bowl year a couple of years ago. 9 touchdowns they scored on defense. I mean, I remember there was 2 or 3, maybe 4 games where Derek Brooks was scoring touchdowns on interceptions at the end of the game to salt the game away to win it.
He did it in the Super Bowl. Talk about the pirate ship. Is it sinking or not?
No, it's not. It's not. And they're still really, really good. Now, they're not as good in run defense. They're not as good in red zone defense. They've still got some time now left in this season to get those things shored up. And I think if you look at that game last week against Atlanta and some of the other games this season, they've talked about beating themselves. And that's what surprised me when we put on that film and watched it. And I'm like, this doesn't look like a Monty Kiffin defense. Last week against Atlanta, guys were breaking coverages. Guys weren't communicating. Now, the loud stadium, I'm sure, had a lot to do with it. There's no doubt in my mind that these guys went back to the drawing board this week because they are on point and in sync today defensively.
3rd down and 6. Johnson in motion. They bring the pressure. 49ers pick it up. Intercepted. Torrey Cox. And he'll take this one the distance. No flags down. 55 yards. And you just talked about it, Tim Ryan. Defense. Obviously, the ship is not sinking.
Well, that's what you can do when you've got the personnel to line up in man coverage and you don't respect another team's passing game. And that's clear today because Cox was in man coverage on Rashawn Woods. Everybody was locked up. Rattay tried to dump it on a little crossing route. Cox undercut it and took it back for the score.
Cox was on injured reserve all last year, suffering from a knee injury that he got in the preseason, a torn ligament. And he's been pushed into duty in this nickel because of an injury to John Howell, who was not out there. So Dexter Jackson, the longtime Tampa Bay Buccaneer that was just signed, came in. Gramatica adds another one. And the Buccaneers, whether they do it passing to Jaravicius or with turnovers on defense, coming up big.
Hey, Howie, what are you doing? Sleeping? Wake up. Hey, Buckethead, get up. Hey, nice golf game today, little buddy.
Somebody, please stop the pain. He's killing my minutes. I needed a wireless plan.
With Radio Shack's pain-free wireless sale, you get great deals on plans and phones, like this Sprint PCS Vision Picture Phone, PM8200 by Sanyo, just $99.99 after instant rebates with a 2-year agreement.
Can you transfer all the numbers except that one?
Radio Shack.
The off-road legend continues on road.
Shelton, I'd love you, even if you didn't have the trust fund.
Rich.
And I am so sure our love will last forever. I ripped up that silly prenup.
But not smooth.
Remember when you said you'd love me even if I didn't have the trust fund? Those words meant so much to me.
Smooth.
Remember when you said you ripped up that silly prenup? Those words meant so much to me.
But not rich. Michelob Amber Bach. Rich and smooth.
The off-road legend continues on road.
Can this veggie mom survive on a strict diet of gator meat?
Just want to get out of here.
Trading Spouses, meet your new mommy. All new at 8, 7 Central tomorrow on Fox.
Fox NFL Sunday is brought to you by Michelob Amber Bach, rich and smooth.
Big turnover by the Tampa Bay defense and really a questionable throw once again by Tim Rattay.
Well, for the second week in a row, an un-Rattay-like performance with his decision-making process. Bad decision to unload that ball late over the middle.
This one will go deep into the end zone. Maurice Hicks will down it. Rattay coming back out for more punishment. 8:13 here in the fourth.
'Tis the season.
Whoa, which card are you using? Those rates are brutal.
I'll use our new Capital One Prime Lock card.
The new Prime Lock card from Capital One. It's set at Prime, so you never have to worry about your interest rate again.
What's in your wallet?
The all-new Jeep Grand Cherokee. With Quadra Drive 2, our most advanced four-wheel drive system ever, a 5.7-liter Hemi V8, and our new electronic stability program. The off-road legend continues on-road.
On The Simpsons' epic 16th season, Lisa discovers she's inherited the Simpson curse.
Lisa has a big butt.
To downsize my derriere, I just tie a sweater around it. See?
All new at 8, 7 Central tonight on Fox.
16-year-old male, sudden onset of night terrors.
The New York Times, The Washington Post, USA Today, Time Magazine, and TV Guide are all raving about one new show, House.
Who sees something on this MRI? No structural abnormalities?
See why it's being called the best hospital show since the debut of ER.
Dad! This thing wants to talk. No, let's listen.
House. Catch the new hit at 9/8 Central Fox Tuesday.
The guy on the right, Torrey Cox, got the honors, but he should thank Simeon Rice for a hellacious block that he threw on Justin Smiley coming down the pipe there.
Yeah, like Smiley was going to run Cox down from behind, right? Please. Don't tell me that Simeon Rice doesn't like to play physical either. Yeah. We'll get a good look at that here in just a second.
Hicks in the backfield along with Beasley. Green. Hicks cuts it back inside. Nice move. So every time this guy touches the ball, Tim, he makes positive yards. Dexter Jackson on the tackle.
He's a good player, Ronnie. Here's that interception, and Rashawn Woods on the little crossing route. Look at Torrey Cox underneath. The ball is thrown late. Easy pickoff. He takes this thing back the distance. And then I want you to watch Simeon Rice, who's going to peel off and come in here right there, pow, on Justin Smiley. Now, Smiley isn't going to catch him. But Smiley needs to get that head on a swivel because there's always guys peeling back to ear hole you.
On the back of your numbers is the first thing that hits the ground. That's not good.
Those are the kind where you're saying good hit before you even hit the ground.
Maurice Hicks for a couple.
You're right about Hicks. Anytime he's gotten in the game today, just like it was last week, he has made positive things happen. I think Dennis Erickson should have gone to him a lot earlier in this football game. We talked to Dennis on Friday. He said Maurice is going to get some carries. He's going to get some runs. I think he should have gone to him at least in the first quarter today because it was clear that Barlow wasn't doing a whole bunch of anything.
Second down and 8. Pressure again, backside. That looked like Rondé Barber, the corner. And he's got a sack. Let's go to Los Angeles and check in with James Brown.
Hey, Ron and Tim, take a look here. Vinny Testaverde, not a strong one here. A pick by Chad Williams. 13th pick thrown of the season for Vinny against only 11 touchdowns. 44-yard return by Williams. 24 unanswered by Baltimore. And Drew Henson now in at quarterback. Ron and Tim.
Well, JB, it looks like the huffing and puffing from Bill Parcells is starting to wear off down in Big D.
It's about time Drew Henson got in the football game.
Yeah.
Leading him for the last couple of weeks. Find out if he's the future or not. They're clearly the Cowboys out of this stuff.
3rd and 12. Intended for Jackson. Incomplete. And Rattay picking up this week where he left off last week. 4 interceptions against the Carolina Panthers. In a game, Tim, that they started 17-3, leading 17-3 in the first half.
Well, again, pressure has been a major factor. Guys have been in his face all day. They got after him in Carolina last week, as you can see from some of these highlights. And I'm telling you, there comes a time in this league when you try too hard, you press, you try to make plays, and you only end up making mistakes.
Lee to punt it away to Galloway. Galloway secures the fair catch at the 22. 46 yards on the punt. Well, Thanksgiving is coming your way, and on Fox, you know what that means. Check out the Bears as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys that are struggling. It all starts 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific. With the pregame show is Jerry Jones will go 10 yards with TB. That should be interesting. Plus, catch a special halftime performance from Destiny's Child.
People ask me, what are you doing for Thanksgiving? I'm going to watch football. What? You do games all year and you're going to watch? Yeah, I'm watching football. That's right. We got to watch football on Thanksgiving.
We got to watch Chris Sims as he checks in for the first time today. Sims took over for Brad Johnson in the second quarter of the Seattle game in week 2. Finished the game but didn't get the win as he pitches it to Graham. And look at Graham. He's out for a nice game. Greasy started week 5 against the Saints but left after 20 plays with an injured shoulder as we look at Greasy.
Yeah, and
he's got a little something on his shoulder.
And he's been dealing with a little shoulder most of the year, and the 2 interceptions are the only blemish on his day because he has been fantastic. And they've given him the time to throw the football. He has located his receivers downfield. He's made the plays to the middle of the field. He's made the plays out on the edges. Very precise throwing the football, very accurate. You know, coming into the game today, he was almost throwing for 70% completion rate.
Sims, the 3rd-round pick last year from the University of Texas. That's Graham. Graham in his first year as an undrafted free agent. Got a couple. Smith on the tackle.
And I think when you look at Brian Greasy, and I think you look at him now over the last 6 games, I think he is the quarterback, at least for this year, for Tampa Bay to get him to the run because he's playing so well. But you got Sims behind him. You got Sims, who was really the starter in their first after Brad Johnson was pulled after week 4. And this competition between these guys, you got a young guy, you got a medium guy in terms of his years in the league, is going to make for a very healthy competition, make the quarterback position better in Tampa Bay for the next couple seasons.
2nd down, there's a handoff again to Graham. And Graham is the man now, but Michael Pittman with an outstanding day, especially in Tampa, at home.
So much better at home in Tampa. If I remember correctly, it was the same way for him in Arizona. And, you know, when Pittman runs the football, you enjoy watching this guy run because there's like 2 things that are going to happen. Either he's going to have a big run or somebody's going to get knocked out.
Right.
Just with the mentality and how he runs the ball every play with that sense of urgency.
3rd down and 2. Play action. Sims goes down, and now he's down officially. The safety, Dwayne Carpenter, in on the sack. And that'll bring on the punting unit for Tampa Bay.
See, when you're a little rusty, sometimes just the turf monster will get you.
The grass monster.
Grass monster got him right there. They really like Chris Sims here. John Gruden is ecstatic about Chris Sims' future as a quarterback in this league. Of course, he comes from pretty good bloodlines too, right?
That's right. Son of former New York Giant quarterback Phil Sims. Bidwell with a sky-high shot. The battle. Fair catches it.
The hang time on that.
At the 16-yard line. 51 yards on the punt. Derek Deese, as we said, very critical of 49ers owner John York and general manager Terry Donahue, saying without a doubt the team will be facing more losing seasons. He accused Terry Donahue of nudging him into retirement and accused management of pulling the rug out from under head coach Dennis Green. And talking to him yesterday, he said he's mainly upset at the fact that the team just flat out unloaded way too many capable veterans with years left.
Yeah.
Too soon. Talking about Owens, Garcia, Ron Stone, Garrison Hurst.
Well, and I think there's something to be said about Dennis Erickson not knowing what position cap-wise this football team was in. But let's be honest. I mean, it's no secret where the San Francisco 49ers are right now with their salary cap. And it's no secret that they had to let people go like Derek Deese if they're going to rebuild this team in the right way. I mean, they've already made their mistakes in the late 90s, flirting with the salary cap, re-upping some contracts, thinking they were back into it and they were going to buy a Super Bowl. And really, in effect, they weren't even close. So I think the hardcore 49er fans understand that this is going to be a situation where this team realistically, Ron, may not contend until 2006. I mean, it's going to be a while for San Francisco, and their fans out there aren't used to it, but it's something I think that's got to happen because of the salary cap.
Nice pickup there by Woods. There's the check down.
I mean, when you're out there playing with $28 million in dead cap money, and they're still paying guys like Junior Bryant. And nobody's heard from Junior Bryant in 2 or 3 years in San Francisco. He's still on the payroll. They made some mistakes with that salary cap back in the late 90s into the early years of the 2000s, and they're paying for it this year.
And then you speak on that salary cap some more. You hope guys like Kevin Barlow, for their sake, who just got the $20 million over 5 years contract, can become a player, because that's another hit on your cap.
That's right. That's right. That's why they've got so many young guys out there playing. And look at all the differences in guys that are in the lineup. You've got 3 constants. That's it. From 11 guys from a year ago. I mean, it's no secret why this team is going to be 1-9 after today. They're not a very good football team. They don't have a lot of good football players. They got some good ones now, and Fred Beasley's one of those guys, and he's one of the leaders out there. And the leaders are disgruntled, especially the guys that have had the success in San Francisco.
Rattay running for his life again, and Rattay will take the sack. White is there along with Nice. Rough times for the Niners.
Fox NFL Sunday is brought to you by SBC, going beyond the call.
You have contractors in LA, assemblers in Atlanta, and a deadline in Houston. We can design, deliver, and manage your communications for all of them, across platforms, across America. Consider the dots connected. SBC.
Trip to the Caribbean for your whole family tree. $0. Not needing any pictures to remember your vacation? Priceless. Use your MasterCard and you could win a trip anywhere for up to 20 people in our Together Wherever sweepstakes.
It's Papa John's new chicken wings in 2 fresh flavors. Try them today in spicy buffalo and mild chipotle barbecue.
35-3, Tampa Bay in control, thanks in large part to the defense. 5 sacks today. They had 6 in the first 5 games, Tim. They have 20 in the last 5.
Well, that kind of lets you know what's happening. These guys are getting after it. They're beating people up front. It hasn't been consistently with the blitz, and San Francisco has really had a lot of problems this season. One of the worst teams in the league in terms of amount of sacks given up. That offensive line has been porous.
We are below the 2-minute warning, 2nd and 16. Shotgun for Rattay. Holding the ball, throws. It's complete to Terry Jackson with a nice move. And he's got a nice gain inside the 30. Let's head back out to Los Angeles for this update.
All right, Ron and Tim, take a look here. Minnesota Vikings taking the lead. Mo Williams, 1-yard TD run, capping a 13-play, 62-yard drive. They lead it 22-19 with 5 minutes left in regulation. Time permitting, we will take you to that contest. Let's take it back to Ron and Tim.
Hey, Ray,
Thank you, JB. And as JB just said, time permitting, we will be taking you to that game. Okay, intended for Wilson.
Tampa needed a performance like today. They really did. I mean, a dominating performance, offensively, defensively. They've had their way. And John Gruden, I mean, wants this team to have the momentum now to push for the last 6 games of the season. And I think if you realistically look at their schedule, they've got an opportunity to get into the playoffs. You see some of the 3-6 teams in the history since '70 to make the playoffs. They could end up being the 5th team to be in that category.
And outside the Eagles, who improved to 8-1 with that win Monday night, and Atlanta, which leads the South at 7-2, no team has really distinguished itself in the South Division. So with a win here, they've got a shot to keep on rolling. That's Maurice Hicks. And a quick recap, Joe Jaravicius scored twice. This was from 42 yards out just before half. Some great blocking for Pittman, 6 yards out. That made it 28-0. Tampa Bay 49ers came within 3, and then Torrey Cox picks this one off and goes 55 big ones to get us to 35-3. Clock ticking down as the Tampa Bay Buccaneers look to go to 4-6. There's an errant throw intended for Hicks. Tampa Bay will go to Carolina. And then they'll have Atlanta here, and then they're going to have a tough one because San Diego is playing a lot better than anyone thought. Obviously, it's 6-3.
Absolutely, and that's a long drive. But they need to concentrate on the division here, and that long flight out to San Diego will take care of itself down the line. But think about Carolina, get past that one. Think about Atlanta. That football game will be here. They just lost to them last week, and a game that they could have won, which was in a real loud venue in the Georgia Dome. And really, I mean, if this defense plays like they did today, it's going to be hard for a lot of these teams to put up 17-plus points on them.
4 of their next 5 games are divisional opponents. Okay, complete to Hicks. Hicks with a nice dance, and he's down to the 2-yard line. Timeout is called by San Francisco with 10 seconds left. So this one's for pride and the look at a guy that we're getting exciting about, Maurice Hooks.
Where to?
I could go for a large order of how come it looks so much bigger in the picture.
Well, how about an extra spicy did you bring to antacid?
Not me. I'm going for a total happiness.
We always get a total happiness.
And?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, total happiness just might be a Subway meatball marinara. A giant sandwich with meatballs, melted cheese, and fresh baked bread.
What you got there?
The little something I call total happiness.
Well, you got total happiness on your shirt.
Subway, eat fresh.
Don't forget, coming up, the Fox doubleheader. You'll either see the Falcons and Giants or the Redskins. And before that, we're going to show you the conclusion of that Detroit-Minnesota game. The score stays the same. This would be Tampa Bay's largest win at home since 2000 when they beat Chicago 41-0. Hicks is not in, and it may end like that. Let's see. Wait a minute. I think San Francisco did call a timeout. So they're going to try to punch this one in with 1 second left, Tim Ryan.
I guess it's obviously a moot point, but if you're San Francisco, you need every bit of confidence you can get, and albeit a garbage touchdown with 1 second left in the game, maybe the only positive thing they can take out of this football game today. What a brutal year it's been for San Francisco. My goodness. You know, fans aren't used to this back in the Bay Area now. They really aren't. This is one of the storied franchises over the last 25 years, and this has just been a diabolical season for the 49ers and their fan base.
So they reset the clock with the timeout to 4 seconds. Hicks. And I don't think Hicks made it. And time has wound down here for the 49ers. Tampa Bay will get the win 35-3. They will improve to to 4-6 and still very much in the wild card hunt in the NFC.
What a great game by their defense today. I mean, really, San Francisco
Panthers. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the NFL on Fox, Week 12. Kenny Albert along with Brian Baldinger. Today, a matchup of the last two NFC champions. This year, they've only won a combined 7 games, yet both the Panthers and Buccaneers, Brian, think they can still make some noise this season.
Yeah, and this has turned into a real rivalry, too, here, Kenny. For a good reason. The Bucs were the defending Super Bowl champions coming in last year, and Carolina knocked them off both games. And so they took the crown. And so there's some bad blood here. But for Tampa Bay right now, they're getting healthy at the right time. They believe they can make a playoff run because Mike Ostad's the captain. He brings the toughness. He's back. Jurevicius, 2 touchdown catches last week, the first since week 1 of a year ago. And Joey Galloway brings speed to this offense. And really the guy that has made this whole thing go after a dismal 0-4 start is Brian Griese. He took over week 5. Brought him back to a comeback from behind victory, and he's won 4 of the last 6 games. This team is thinking and talking and believing playoffs, and Griese's a big reason why.
And while Tampa Bay started 0